Explosions targeting a pro-government rally in Tehran as Israel launches fresh strikes on crowds gathered to mark Quds Day. Iran state media says at least one person has been killed as many gathered chanting slogans against the U.S. government and Israeli leadership. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian and Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi also in attendance. Meanwhile, a U.S. refuelling aircraft has crashed in western Iraq, reportedly a Boeing KC-135, widely used by the U.S. military. Olly Barratt has been tracking this story for CNN. He joins us live from Erbil in Iraq. Olly, what more do we know about this crash of the refueling plane?
Well, what we are being told by American officials is that the plane came down, this KC-135, in an area of western Iraq. They say investigations are ongoing into the exact cause of the incident. There appears to have been another aircraft involved which was able to land safely. We're also having that confirmation now that 4 US service personnel have lost their lives in this crash. Now, the Americans absolutely insist it wasn't a friendly fire incident. They also say it was not a hostile fire incident. That is in direct contradiction to claims being made by an Iran-backed militia group in Iraq, which says it shot down this KC-135, and those claims are being run on Iranian state media today as well. Obviously, a very difficult moment for the Americans this in the war. Fatalities play for very obvious reasons very badly back home domestically in the way that Americans view this military operation. And it means that we've now had 11 US fatalities since this military operation against Iran took place and began. We also know that the Americans have lost at least 4 aircraft so far.
Olly, European troops in the region hit as well in the last 48 hours.
It's been a very busy 48 hours for this region, for the city of Erbil and the surrounding areas. We think around 50 missiles, drones and rockets have been fired in this direction from Iran and by Iran-backed militias that operate inside Iraq over the last 24 hours or so. And some of those have been aimed at Western forces based in this region. We know that a French member of the armed forces has died in a drone strike on a military base just outside of Erbil. The French President Emmanuel Macron says that's unacceptable. He says the troops there are nothing to do with this conflict. They are here on a counter-terrorism training mission. But one Iran-backed group on Telegram has said that France should expect incidents like this because it has moved an aircraft carrier into the Middle East region. We also have seen UK and US forces targeted by a swarm of drones at their base just by Erbil airport here on the outskirts of the city centre. Some minor injuries, we understand, to the Americans in that incident. And then before that, we also had the previous night the strike on an Italian military base here in Erbil as well. No major damage from that and no major injuries, but just repeated illustrations now of the ways in which other countries are being drawn ever further into this conflict. And again, another illustration of how this region where I am in northern Iraq is under daily and nightly attack.
Thank you for that. Olly Barratt covering the story for CNN Live from Erbil in Iraq.